There is a room in a mountain village where the ceiling is held up by letters that were never sent, not metaphorically. Actually, the beams are wrapped in parchment. The walls are padded with apology, with love, with rage, with the words that would have changed everything if they had only reached their destination. The woman who tends this room has been collecting them for 60 years. And tonight, she reads 3 of them aloud. One of them might be yours. She does not have a title. The village does not name what it cannot explain. She was a midwife once, delivered babies for 40 years. Then one morning, she woke up and could not speak. Not from illness, from fullness. She had heard so many words in delivery rooms, the last words of mothers who did not survive, the first words of fathers who would not stay, that her own voice became a storage room. She stopped speaking, started collecting. People began leaving letters on her doorstep, letters they could not send, letters that would destroy or save, letters that needed to exist but not arrive. Tonight, she will read 3. I will tell you about all of them, but the third one is why I am telling you this story at all. The third letter was written by someone who is still alive, someone who walks among us. And when the keeper read it, when she understood what it contained, she did something she had not done in 20 years. She spoke. One word, just one. And that word, I will tell you what it was, but not yet. First, you need to understand what these letters actually are. The first letter was written by a stonemason to his brother, the brother who built the house he now lives in, the brother he has not spoken to in 40 years. The argument. The keeper does not read the argument. She reads what is underneath it, the architecture of silence. The letter says, I have built 40 houses since ours. None of them stand as straight, because I was looking at you when I laid the foundation, and I have never looked at anyone that way since. Not my wife, not my children. You were the only person who saw me before I learned to perform competence. And when you left, when I made you leave, I spent 40 years performing for an audience of one who was no longer there. The stonemason died last spring. The letter was found in his workshop. His brother is still alive, 82 years old, lives 3 villages over. The keeper has not delivered it. She does not deliver. She holds. That is her function. Some words are too heavy to travel. Some words are meant to be written, not received. This is the first thing the letters taught her. Not all silence is failure. Some silence is architecture. The second letter was written by a woman to a man she saw exactly once. At a market. Autumn. He was buying apples. She was buying rope. Their hands touched on the counter. That was all. She never learned his name. She never saw him again. But she wrote to him for 30 years. Today, I planted the tree you helped me choose. You did not know you were helping me choose it. You were simply standing there, and the tree was simply there, and your presence made the decision feel safe. I have written to you every autumn since, not because I believe you will read this, but because you are the only person who knows nothing about me, and therefore, you are the only person to whom I can tell the truth. My husband thinks I am happy. My children think I am strong. You think I am a woman who once bought rope, and that version of me is the only one I can still stand. The keeper has 340 letters from this woman, all to the same stranger, all unsent, all true. And here is what the keeper understands that we do not. The woman is not deluded. She is not pining. She has built a sanctuary, a place where one version of herself remains honest, where one relationship remains pure because it never had to survive reality. The unsent letter is not cowardice. It is preservation. It keeps something alive by keeping it impossible. Now, the third letter, written 6 months ago by a child, 12 years old, to a parent. The parent is alive. The parent lives in this village. The child left the letter on the keeper's doorstep in the middle of the night and ran. The keeper does not share the exact words. She told me only this. The child wrote about a door that is always locked, about sounds that should not be sounds, about a body that does not feel like their own, about love that arrives with conditions so heavy that the word love has become a threat. The child wrote, "I am leaving this because I cannot leave you, and I cannot stay. So I am leaving the truth here, where it can exist without destroying us both." And then the keeper did what she had not done in 20 years. She spoke. One word. She looked at the letter. She looked at the door. And she said, "Stay," not to the child. The child was already gone. She said it to the letter, to the words, to the truth that was trying to leave the room. "Stay." And the word hung in the air like smoke. And the keeper sat in silence for another 20 years. But this time the silence was different. It was not full. It was waiting. I asked her once I found her door. I knocked. She let me in. I asked her why she does not burn them, why she does not bury them, why she keeps words that were never meant to be kept. She wrote her answer. She does not speak anymore. Not since that one word. She wrote, "Because every unsent letter is a person who chose to feel something rather than say nothing. The sending is not the courage. The writing is." These walls are not a graveyard. They are a museum of people who were brave enough to be honest with themselves, even when they could not be honest with the world. We think the unsaid is failure, the confession never made, the apology never delivered, the love never declared. But the keeper's room suggests something else, that there is a whole architecture of human experience that exists only in the space between intention and expression, that some truths are too heavy for another person to carry, that some words are meant to be written, read by one pair of eyes, your own, and then released into the keeping of someone who understands that not everything needs to be solved. Some things just need to be held. The night I left her room, she gave me something, not a letter, a piece of advice, written on a scrap of parchment. I have it memorized. She wrote, "You will carry words you never said. This is not regret. This is being human. The question is not whether to carry them. The question is whether you let them make you heavier, or whether you let them make you deeper." I think about that when I lie awake, when I rehearse conversations that will never happen, when I write letters in my head to people who are gone, or distant, or who never knew I was paying attention. I think, this is not failure. This is the weight of being someone who notices. And the noticing the unbearable, beautiful, necessary noticing is what makes the rest of it matter. If you have ever written something you did not send, you are not alone in that. You are in very good company. And there are rooms in this world, real and imagined, where those words are safe, where they are held, where they are understood. This is one of them.